Hello and welcome to the National Catholic College Admission Association College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event today. I'm Jennifer, I'll be your facilitator. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements for you. Now, we do have some amazing, fantastic schools with us today. I know you're excited to hear from them. They each have 6 minutes to share about their institution. I know, in 6 minutes, it's just a sneak peek, but they're going to be here the entire time for you to ask questions. So we hope that you will use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, and that's why that Q&A button is great. You can ask a question to all the schools, or you can direct it to a specific school by including their name with your question. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening as a part of this program. We really hope that you have signed up to join us in the 2 rounds later to come. If not, it is not too late. You can check the schedule on the website and still sign up for the additional sessions today. This presentation, as well as all of the session presentations, is being recorded. They'll be available at that same website where you registered, strivescan.com/NCCAA. Well, I'm excited to hand it over to our very first presenter. We're going to be hearing all about Viterbo University.
Hello. Let me get screens up. All right. Fantastic. So hello, everyone. My name is Molly Hunt. I'm an admissions counselor at Viterbo University. I'm going to start with answering a question that we get all the time, which is, how do you pronounce your school's name? So you did hear me say it, Viterbo, but we get Viterbo all the time, but it is named after a city in Italy. We originally called St. Rose Normal School, and so we're named after the city where St. Rose is from. So we're located in Crosse, Wisconsin. So we're in the western part of Wisconsin, right on the border of Wisconsin, Minnesota, on the Mississippi River. We're in an area known as the Drift List area, which means that it's just a gorgeous place to be. So a little bit different landscape terrain than the rest of the Midwest. We've got some beautiful bluffs, lots of rivers flowing through the area. So if you are a person who likes to get outside, we've got boating, fishing, canoeing, all kinds of opportunities. You can get out hiking, biking, all of that. So a great place to be out in the outdoors. Our metro area is about 150,000 people, and we have a great thriving college town. So we have 2 universities plus a tech school in the La Crosse area. So lots of places for college students to hang out, bookstores, restaurants, all of that, especially in our downtown area. We have a historic downtown district. So just a wonderful, charming community to live in. We're also home of the Diocese of La Crosse, so one of 5 dioceses within the state of Wisconsin, and we are the only Catholic university within the Diocese of La Crosse. A little bit of background about us. We were founded in 1890 by the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration, and we are proud to carry the heritage and the vision that they had for us to this day. And we are a Catholic Franciscan university in the liberal arts tradition. Our mission is to prepare our students for faithful service and ethical leadership. And you will find throughout all of the courses that you take at Viterbo, there are opportunities and components of service learning and ways for you to grow in your leadership skills. We have over 40 undergraduate programs and more than 10 graduate degrees that we can offer students. And our current president is Dr. Rick Tritley. We're very excited for his vision for the university. To give you a little bit of background on our Catholic Franciscan identity, we feel it can be summed up really well by taking a look at our values: contemplation, hospitality, integrity, stewardship, and service. So we were very inspired, obviously, by St. Francis as a Franciscan university and his mission towards peace and social justice and hospitality. So you'll find that as you come onto our campus, everyone is welcomed, and we really instill that sense of radical hospitality and social justice and service to others into all of our students. There are opportunities for students to take part in daily mass. Our campus ministry has great opportunities throughout the week and events that students can take part in. We recently renamed our campus ministry center the Sister Thea Bowman Center in honor of Sister Thea Bowman, who was an alumna of the university and is on the path to canonization right now. And we are very excited about that. And she has a great legacy here at Viterbo. So on the academic side of things, at a glance for you here, we have a 99.7% placement rate for our graduates. So within 6 months of graduation, students are finding jobs or continuing their schooling. About 2,500 total students. So we are definitely on the smaller side, but as you can see, our average class sizes, they're 16, but this does not limit students' opportunities. There are still plenty of ways to get involved. We have all the same lab spaces, internship opportunities, research opportunities that you'll find at larger schools, and you get a much more personalized experience. So faculty really get to know you well, and you have those opportunities to create connections because of that smaller size, and you really will feel that personalized learning. As I mentioned, over 40 programs. I'll show you a list of those in a minute here, and over 80 student organizations and activities to get involved in as well, whether you are interested in Student Government Association, Student Nurses Association, intramurals, you want to be a part of show choir, we have opportunities like that for our students. And about a third of our students also participate in NAIA athletics. So some of your typical teams, basketball, baseball, volleyball. We also have some unique offerings as well. We have a bowling team. We have an esports team that is launching next fall, and a competitive dance team as well that just went to nationals this past year. Here you can see all of the academic majors that we offer at Viterbo. So nursing is definitely our largest program. So the majority of the students are within the nursing program. We have 2 nationally ranked healthcare systems in La Crosse, provide many opportunities, as well as our state-of-the-art simulation lab on campus. We also are a top 30 program in the nation for our theater program, and our Dahl School of Business offers guaranteed paid internships for students. And our education program is kind of where Viterbo all started. So very proud of all of those programs, in addition to everything else that you can see here. A little bit about affordability. So for upcoming school year, our cost is looking at about $41,410, but we want to make sure that students know that cost is a sticker price with opportunity for scholarships and other aid. We definitely see that cost reduced for students. There are a lot of scholarship opportunities. So I'd like to share a great scholarship opportunity, which is our merit scholarship. Viterbo is test optional, so we do not require ACT or SAT scores for admission into the university. And you still have opportunities for a variety of scholarships with that test optional status. So all students will receive at least $10,000 in scholarship money, renewable over 4 years. And we want to stay in touch with you. Please make sure to reach out if you have any questions. Follow us on social media and reach out to the admissions office with any questions you have. We're happy to help with any questions. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Molly, for starting us off today and sharing about Viterbo. We're moving on to our second school. We're going to be hearing from St. Anselm College.
Great. Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Sargent. I'm the Director of Admission Operations at St. Anselm College. St. Anselm College is located in Manchester, New Hampshire, which is the largest city in New Hampshire. Manchester is 1 hour north of Boston, 1 hour from the ocean, and 1 hour from the mountains. So we're in a really, really great spot for students interested in kind of having the best of all of those different worlds in their college experience. We also have an airport right in Manchester, so it's pretty easy to fly in or fly out wherever you want to go across the country. At St. Anselm, we have just under 2,000 students currently enrolled at the college, which means that we have small classes. So an average class size of 18 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. You certainly will not get lost on our campus, and we really do welcome students from all over the country and the world to St. A's. Okay. All right. So St. Anselm is a liberal arts Benedictine institution, so that means we really focus on the entire education of a student. Every student goes through some form of liberal arts curriculum, even our more heavy science programs. You can see on the screen that we have 49 majors, 53 minors, and 6 pre-professional programs. In addition to all of these programs, we've also recently added graduate degree options in special education as well as criminal justice, and there's more coming along the way. Our most popular individual major is nursing. We have about 110 to 120 nurses in each first year class. Some other popular programs to note are our criminal justice program, which is one of the oldest criminal justice programs in the country, and our students are very successful in that program. Our business majors are very popular. And the one other one I'll mention is our politics program. St. Anselm is very politically active as part of the New Hampshire election system. New Hampshire is the first in the nation presidential primary, and so much of that runs actually through St. A's and our New Hampshire Institute of Politics. So if you're interested in politics or communication or the news, it's a really great program and a great place to be. Here's our overall admitted student profile. So on average, an admitted student to St. Anselm has between a 3.1 to a 3.68 GPA. We are test optional for all programs, including nursing. Our nursing program is our only direct entry program, which means it's a slightly more selective program, which is why the GPA range is slightly higher for our nursing students. Students who apply to St. Anselm go through a kind of holistic review process. We require one letter of recommendation, your application and your transcripts. We look at you as a whole person, not just your grades, and we award merit scholarships based on how we think that you'll fit in on our campus and what you might contribute to our campus. Every student is considered for a merit scholarship, and they range from $16,000 to $30,000 annually. We have 3 different application plans. The first one is a binding application plan, that's early decision. So if you apply early decision, that means that you are committing to attend St. Anselm College if you are admitted. That deadline is December 1st, and you find out your decision within a month by January 1st. The other 2 decision plans are non-binding, which means you're not committing to anything when you apply that way. But we do have 2 different deadline options for students. The first one is early action. That deadline is November 15th, and you'll find out by mid-January whether or not you've been admitted. Regular decision, the deadline is February 1st, and you find out by mid-March. For both of those plans, you have until May 1st to decide whether or not you'd like to attend St. Anselm. So 95% of the class of 2020 was in a full-time job or graduate school program or doing full-time service within 6 months of graduation. We actually just got our 2021 results back, and the statistic went up to 99%, so we're very proud of that. On the screen, you can see some of the notable workplaces and graduate programs where our students have landed after their 4 years at St. Anselm. We're in a great spot where we're located in Manchester because our students have options within Manchester as the largest city in New Hampshire, but they also are able to travel as far as Boston, up north in New Hampshire, over towards the seacoast. So there's a lot of places where students are able to do internships, research, et cetera, to make connections to be successful post-grad. This is my last slide, and I want to spend a little bit more time talking about kind of like life outside of the classroom. So St. Anselm is, I mentioned very briefly, a Benedictine college. That means that we pride ourselves on our community, our engagement, and especially our service. Our students come to St. A's to be at a place where they're going to make an impact, and they really take that with them through their 4 years and beyond. St. Anselm has been recognized as the top service provider actually in the state of New Hampshire due to the just pure number of hours our students are involved in the community within the kind of the greater Manchester area, but also even far beyond that. The Melia Center for Student Engagement is something we really pride ourselves on, and we really do try and make an impact, whether that's through service hours, going to sports games, being involved in political campaigns, or the fine arts. I think you'll find your passion if you're interested in St. Anselm. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ashley, for presenting on St. Anselm. For all of our attendees, just a quick reminder that you have a Q&A button on your screen, and that is how you can ask questions to any of our presenters. You can ask a question for the 2 schools you've heard from, or for the other 4 that are to come at any time. So we hope that you will use that if there's a specific major or type of activity or program you're interested in, to use that and personalize your experience just a little bit more today. All right, we are moving on to our 3rd school, and we will be hearing from Regis University.
Everybody, pull up my PowerPoint really quickly for you. All right, so thanks for coming by this afternoon. My name is Celine Kirk. I am the Assistant Director of Admission at Regis. I actually primarily work with transfer students, so what I always say is if y'all go somewhere else and you see the light later on when I come back to Regis, you'll be working with me. But kind of touching on who we are located in Denver, Colorado. We are one of the 27 Jesuit institutions in the United States, and we're the only Jesuit school in the Rocky Mountain time zone. So a lot of students will come to us because of our proximity to the mountains. We're located in Northwest Denver, so about halfway between downtown and the mountains. So it's a really great opportunity if you're wanting still to attend a small Catholic college, but you want to be kind of in a big city with the access to it all. We were founded in 1877 and identify as a liberal arts and sciences institution. We are the #1 nursing school in Colorado. We have our own school of pharmacy, our own school of physical therapy, and all of our students will participate in that liberal arts curriculum as well. All right, so kind of looking through our student population, we actually are about 1,800 total students for our on-campus undergraduate students. About 40% of our students attend Regis from outside of Colorado. And that used to be closer to 50-50, but as you can imagine, out-of-state recruiting in the past couple of years has looked very different. About 60-40 split on students attending private and public schools. And something that we're really proud of is our diversity on campus. So 36% of our students identify as a first-generation student, which means that they're the first in their family to attend college. And 57% of our students identify as a student of color. So kind of looking through our disciplines, like I mentioned, we are the #1 nursing program in Colorado. We are also a direct entry nursing program, which means that if you get admitted as a freshman, as long as you maintain program requirements and a GPA requirement, you will be guaranteed a spot in our nursing program come junior year. But we have a ton of other majors and minors opportunities. I myself actually am a graduate student in our college, in our Anderson College of Business and Computing. We do a lot of fun stuff, like we have an accelerator, so it's kind of like Shark Tank style. Students have a business pitch and they're able to get funding from local investors in the Denver area. Our computer science program is ABET accredited, which is one of the highest accreditations that a computer science program can receive. So we have a ton of opportunities for students in a variety of fields, regardless of what they're interested in. One thing that we do that's a little different than a lot of other schools, every freshman in every university in the US has to take a English composition class. And a lot of times you're writing about topics that you don't really care about or reading texts you don't really care about. So we kind of flipped that experience on its head and integrated it into our freshman experience, our first year experience on campus. So instead, you're going to choose a topic of your interest and you'll be writing about that. It will be a hands-on, engaging topic. So for example, the climbing life, they'll actually go on hikes into the Rocky Mountains. And the other cool thing about that is your advisor freshman year will also be the professor for this class. So you'll have continued support your entire freshman year. So something that's a little bit more engaging and different than a traditional university freshman composition class. We also really pride ourselves on our study abroad programs. We have a study abroad office whose full-time job is to support students in finding the right study abroad. We also apply your same scholarships and financial aid. So the only additional expense in literally being abroad for an entire semester is just your plane ticket and any fun money you want to have. It is going to cost you otherwise the exact same as you attending on campus. So we have partners in all of the countries listed, opportunities for students to stay with host families, opportunities for students to stay at international dorms, and American universities abroad. So a lot of flexibility if you're looking at doing something a little bit different while you're in your undergrad career. Because we are located in the Rocky Mountain region, student life and the outdoors is really important. We have a lot of activities. We do sponsored ski trips, snowboarding trips, hiking and camping. into the Rocky Mountains through our outdoor adventure program, opportunities for university ministry and student ministry. We also have an office of service learning, so you can actually earn academic credit through doing service within the community. We are also a Division II athletics school, so lots of opportunities for students who are interested in continuing athletics through their time in university. We do have a 2-year residency requirement on campus. The freshman dorms just got remodeled, so they're nice and shiny and new. So really great opportunity for you to have that freshman college experience as well. And then as for admission, we are a rolling admission school. So we are test optional, and we really pride ourselves on looking at you as a whole person. We offer merit scholarships from $17,000 to $23,000 a year based on your application. So if you're interested in Regis, there's really great opportunities for it to be an affordable opportunity for you to go out of state and have a private education. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Celine, for presenting on Regis. We're going to hear next from St. Mary's University.
Thank you. Let me go and bring up my screen. There we go. Thank you for joining today and taking time out of your Sunday to come and listen about these great institutions. My name is Pedro Garza, and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions here at St. Mary's University. We are located in San Antonio, Texas, which is one of the larger cities in the nation, definitely the most visited one in San Antonio. With a vibrant life outside of the university that offers professional athletics, great festivals like Fiesta, and great diversity located in Central Texas. There's something for everybody located here within the great city of San Antonio. Very beautiful, very good opportunity to go down to the Riverwalk and just relax in the city as well. A little bit about St. Mary's. We are a 4-year private Catholic Marianist liberal arts university. I will take a deep breath after saying all that. We are one of 3 Marianist institutions located in the nation, the other 2 being in Hawaii and Ohio. We are the first Catholic university in Texas and the southwestern United States, and definitely one of the older ones. We are a Hispanic serving institution with having about 60% of our enrollment identifying as Hispanic. Our overall enrollment currently is just over 3,000, about 3,500, with an undergraduate enrollment of 2,300. The university and who we are as an institution are based off the 5 characteristics of a Marianist. And so we try to include these within our education, and I'll go briefly over each one over my next few minutes left in the presentation. And so, of course, the first one being educating in faith and spirituality, and being one of 3 Marianist institutions. We do have the Marianist order on campus, whether it's one of the 3 different aspects, whether it's the lay Marianists, the brothers or the sisters, or priests. They're very involved within our institution and making sure that students who are looking to grow in faith as well as education have that opportunity as available as possible. And so while you're not required to be Catholic to attend St. Mary's, we do welcome everybody of every faith, and all our religious activities are optional. It's kind of hard to see with the next one is the family spirit. And one of the greatest things that makes St. Mary's unique is our Oyster Bake Festival, which just happened during San Antonio's Fiesta. It is one of the greatest draws to the university and one of the community's largest fundraisers for scholarships. It's very much is a community event, as we are located within a neighborhood away from the major highways. And so it very is something that brings the community together, not only faculty, staff, but also alumni. We also have a smaller event called Baby Bake, which is restricted to just alumni and students prior to our larger Oyster Bake, which does bring in, like I said, not only our community, but also everybody from the San Antonio area and outside. We've also been able to bring back some of our larger events like homecoming, our Christmas tree lighting, as well as some of our stress relief events like our petting zoo, which we provide to students during finals week and during midterms as well. The next one is service, justice, peace, and Tarek can't talk today, but pretty much what we try to do is try to build leaders for the common good, providing community service to our community and San Antonio, and be able to lead for a common good, and not only for the betterment of ourselves, but also for the betterment of our country. Integral quality education, providing not only education in different majors, but also in our student life. Our average class size is about 16. Our student teacher ratio is 11:1. We do have NCAA Division II athletics, and 94% of our professors have a terminal degree, meaning that that is the highest degree that they can get within their respective profession. We have 3 academic colleges, the School of Science, Engineering, and Technology, Arts, Humanities, and Social Science, and our School of Business. If you would like to see our academic programs, you can go ahead and take a picture of this QR code, and it will take you to our academic programs, to where you can view our degree programs, as well as course descriptions, and any other tracks or focuses within each major. Within our School of Science and Technology, we offer these majors: biology, biochemistry, and like I said, within each one, there are several more tracks. So with engineering, there is electrical, computer, a few different ones. Within the art, science, and humanities, our more popular major would be our criminal justice, forensic science, and political science. We do also have a law school on our campus, in which students who are looking to seek a law degree can actually start their law program early in their senior year if they have the appropriate GPA and LSAT score, and will start taking their law classes in the last year of their undergrad program. So it does cut some time off on their law school degree, and also you pay the undergraduate price, which is a lot cheaper than our graduate price. So, and then of course our School of Business, which is AACSB accredited. We do require our students to live 2 years on campus, and we do have living learning communities in which students who want to live within the same major have that opportunity, as well as students who are receiving the same scholarships. So here is our application process. We are test-free, so the only thing that we require is the application and your transcript. And our scholarship process does run along with our application process. So when you receive...
We've hit the end of your time, so
Perfect.
Want to make sure you can drop your contact information in the chat and get that, show that too.
There you go. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. I know the time just flies by for all of us,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, our next school is going to be Xavier University.
All right, well, thank you so much for everyone for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Haley Wolf, and I'm an Assistant Director of Admission here at Xavier. Xavier University, the first thing you should know is that we are a medium-sized Jesuit Catholic university located just about 10 minutes north of the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. The first thing that we usually like to talk about when we talk about Xavier is this phrase, all for one, because it really epitomizes, we think, the Xavier experience and what it's like to be a Musketeer on our campus. For one, it definitely alludes to the fact that we are a pretty prominent Division I university. Our Musketeer is our mascot that we have a lot of pride in. So that's definitely something you would find in coming to Xavier. The second thing it alludes to is the fact that we are, again, a Jesuit Catholic university. So we really are committed to forming men and women for and with others through both their academic studies, that liberal arts curriculum, and educating ultimately students intellectually, morally, and spiritually as well through that Ignatian tradition. Finally, all for one really speaks to the fact that we have a very strong sense of community on our campus. The Xavier family is something that increasingly students hear about from Xavier and are very attracted to. And it really does start that day one. When you actually pull up to campus for the first time, our Manresa Move crew members will quite literally move you into your residence hall. In about 90 seconds, they'll take everything you brought to college and carry it up to your room for you, all the while celebrating with you and just welcoming you into the Xavier family officially. Who are the members of the Xavier family, though? What does a typical Musketeer look like? We have an undergraduate size of about 5,200. So again, we're in that kind of medium size undergraduate size here. And what that really allows for our students to experience is going into any residence hall, activities building on campus, academic building, and knowing probably about 2 or 3 different people. So there is that sense of connection, but yet at the same time, the grapevine is never going to be too small as well. You'll always be able to meet new people over the course of your 4 years. There's a lot of great statistics on this slide, which you can peruse, but the one that I really want to continue to dive into is geographic diversity. Most of our students are coming from outside of the state of Ohio, and as you can see, 40% are also the only ones to come from their high school as well. So what does that really mean? It means that we're a community of trailblazers here. It means we're a community of students who want to get out of their comfort zone, see a new part of the country, and ultimately, really be able to do that alongside a new group of people in a very independent manner as well, which is something, of course, that's really exciting about college. And I think it really helps to form that sense of camaraderie because most students who are showing up that first day may know 1 or 2 people, but most won't know anyone at all. So it really continues to solidify those bonds you make on our campus. We do have over 90 different undergraduate degree programs here at Xavier, housed across 4 different colleges, but you will apply to the university as a whole. Across the board, you're going to see about 21 students on average in a class. So this really provides, again, that small class feel, very personalized attention from your professors. Here at Xavier, our guiding philosophy is experiential learning. We really want you to be able to learn your particular major and prepare for your career path by taking on projects that really mimic what you'd be facing in the real world. So for example, our business students have actually launched new ice cream flavors for Kroger, and these have been sold across the country through their experiential learning. We've had criminal justice students who will do internships with the FBI or Secret Service who have home offices in Cincinnati. Or our computer science majors who are interested in cybersecurity will actually learn that by putting themselves in the possession of being a hacker and try to bring down our Fortune 500 companies' firewalls and partnering with them too. So a lot of great ways to learn on our campus, and experiential learning is really that guiding philosophy. This is a list of the top 10 majors that you do tend to see, though, coming in at the university. Health sciences is increasingly popular. We do have an 86% placement rate into medical school, so huge draw for a lot of students. Business also being very popular, given we have 7 Fortune 500 companies in Cincinnati, which is more per capita than any other city in the country, and our students can regularly do co-ops and internships during the day while taking their classes as well. As I mentioned earlier, All for One is huge on our campus, and it continues in student support. Every one of our students will get a 6-person success team that will really work with them throughout their 4 years to make sure that any part of campus that are any capacity that our students are living on campus, whether it's academically, professionally, personally, they're really being catered for in that particular way. And this has really ensured that our students are the happiest, healthiest versions of themselves, and that we can truly be that wagon to the stars for them when they're actually graduating and going off into their career fields. As you might have heard, we're also a pretty prominent Division I university when it comes to athletics. We compete in the Big East Conference each year. Men's basketball is typically our most popular sport. We compete right here on campus, and all of the tickets for our students are free, including men's basketball too. So you can go to as many games as you'd like. Being here in the city of Cincinnati is a great opportunity for students, both recreationally. We do have the Reds, the Bengals, FC Cincinnati, which is our soccer team here. We're on the national tour route for Broadway musicals as well as concerts too. So there's always something to do, and it is also a foodie paradise here. But when it comes to professional development, we have the companies listed here on the screen. Again, 7 Fortune 500s, Big 4 accounting firms, big healthcare center, and all of these professional development opportunities in the city have helped us to really achieve that 98% success rate. I know Jennifer's on here, and I want to give time for Sarah at Catholic U. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to tell you more about what it's like to be a Musketeer. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for presenting on Xavier. All right. As you can see on the screen, our sixth school of this 6x6 is the Catholic University of America.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thanks everyone for joining us this afternoon and taking time out of your Sunday. My name is Sarah Gennardo, and I'm one of the associate deans at Catholic U for undergraduate admission. So we are a private, obviously Catholic, mid-sized research university located in Washington, D.C. We have about 3,100 undergraduate students. We do have about 2,700 graduate students as well, and that includes students in our Columbus School of Law. So we do have a law school on campus. 80% do self-identify as Catholic, 20% do not. We're a very open, welcome campus community. 27% of our students are ethnically diverse. We are the second oldest graduate research institution in the country. And we have 34 research centers on our campus. So you can imagine research is a pretty big deal here at the university. And the average class size is about 19. We're known for providing small classes, opportunities to engage directly with professors and faculty members, real-world experiences through internships and research with those faculty mentors, performances, and community engagement in Washington. Our campus is 176 acres, which is the largest in Washington, D.C. Here at Catholic University, we have over 100 clubs and student organizations. We offer 25 Division III varsity athletic teams, and about 23% of our student body are varsity athletes. So if you were an athlete in high school and you want to continue that in college, you have the opportunity to do so on one of our many teams. If athletics is not for you, or you just want to stay in shape by playing a fun sport with friends and peers, we have club and intramural sports as well, and 2 fitness centers. In regards to other on-campus activities, we typically host somewhere between 40 and 50 events, including service opportunities weekly. And our service opportunities are run through our campus ministry program, which is very popular here on our campus. And even during kind of the virtual time, we were offering lots of events for our students to stay engaged with one another on campus and even in a virtual environment. For those of you that are not super familiar with Washington, this is a map of our subway system, or metro is what we refer to it as. There's always something happening here in Washington, D.C., as you can imagine, and our students have access to all over the city because we have our own metro stop right on campus. If you see the arrow on the screen, that is where our metro stop is located, and students can go anywhere within the greater Metro D.C. area just with a swipe of a metro card. So there's music, history, monuments, museums, a lot of free things to do, as well as all of the major sports teams as well. For those folks that are kind of traveling up and down the East Coast, parents, you'll never have to sit on 95 ever again if you don't want to, because we're just a few stops north of Union Station, where the Amtrak is located, and students can travel anywhere home in that regard, or at any of the major airports here in Washington, D.C. At Catholic, we offer the Center for Career and Academic Success, or we refer to it as CACS. And this offers a comprehensive advising center that kind of merges both that academic piece and that career and professional development aspect here at the university. So you're not going to be passed from office to office, which is really nice. You have one professional career mentor, an advisor that's going to help you navigate that professional development and finding an internship and a job experience through CACS. 76% of our students are doing at least one internship, and over 60% are doing 2 during their time here at the university. Again, our location of being in Washington, D.C. lends itself to lots of internship opportunities. And as you can see on the screen, there's a list of some of the places our students have interned. And as you can see, it's not just the government, even though that's one of the more popular areas our students like to intern. We have lots of other opportunities for students as well. Here's a quick glance of all of the different schools that we offer at the university. We offer 9 undergraduate schools for students. We offer exploratory studies within arts and sciences, business, and engineering. So if you're not really sure what you want to do, you're more than welcome to start out as an exploratory studies student. When you apply, you will indicate a major on your application, but don't worry if you're not sure. Again, you have that exploratory option, and students are required to take classes in a bunch of these different areas through our first year experience program and our core curriculum. You're going to take an English class, philosophy courses, as well as theology courses. So don't think of these schools as silos. There's a lot of flexibility, a lot of cross-school collaboration, which is really nice. So if you're interested in arts and sciences, but want to take a business class, you absolutely can do so at Catholic. So quickly talking about our application process, we are on the Common Application exclusively. It's the only way to apply to the university, and it is completely free. We recalculate students' GPAs back down to an unweighted 4.0 scale, taking into consideration your strength of curriculum, the types of courses that you've taken in high school in the context of your own school. We are, yes, we are test blind, but the new phrase is we are test free. So we will not use testing in any capacity, in any regard, when we are reviewing your application for admission. So please do not send us your test scores because we will not use them. We are really looking at the activities, service, leadership, extracurricular involvements that you're involved in high school, and what you've been doing, how you've been spending your time outside of the classroom. We're going to really look closely at that. And every single student is going to be automatically considered for the university's honors program. Just quickly, here's some information about scholarships. This year, they range between $17,000 and $32,000 a year, renewable for your 4 years. If you are a member of a Catholic parish, please indicate that on your application, on our question, because you'll automatically receive $4,000. And you can connect with us online. I'll drop my information in the chat, but my time is up. So see Jennifer on the screen. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for presenting on Catholic. All right, everyone, we still have a few more minutes together before we wrap up. I want to make sure that all of our representatives have time to finish giving their information in the chat, and for all of our attendees to be able to click those links, copy that info. So while we're waiting, I would love to have all of our representatives come back on screen. We do have time for a live Q&A question, which is always really fun. All right, so the first question we're going to go with today, we'll go in the exact same order, by the way, that we presented. So we'll start with Viterbo all the way to Catholic University. When the representative ahead of you finishes their response, just feel free to turn your microphone on and answer away. I won't call on you as we kind of flow from person to person during this question and answer session. All right, our first question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Your top tip, because you really are the pros as the admissions counselors.
Yeah, I would say that websites and things like that about schools can tell you a lot about them, but make sure to really connect with the admissions staff. They can answer a lot of your questions and can help connect you with current students as well to help you really get a feel for what that college is going to be like. So use those resources as well.
I would also say make sure you visit different types of schools. So you might think like, I want to be at a big university in a city, and then you go there and that's actually not where you want to be. So make sure you don't limit yourself to just one thing that's in your head or what you think your parents want. Make sure you just explore all of your options and definitely go visit so you get a feel for different types of campuses.
Piece of advice would be to apply early. I know that you're probably getting hounded by your parents and maybe your school counselors to use this summer to apply for colleges, but I really can't stress it enough. I can speak from personal experience. I had applied early, which meant I had most of my college decisions before my fall semester for my senior year was done, which means I got to enjoy my spring semester, go to prom, not be stressed. Everyone else was panicking about, February 1st, March 1st deadlines, but I got to enjoy it. And I really hope that you can have that experience as well.
My advice would probably be just to look for as much additional funding. The schools that you're applying to aren't the only schools that provide scholarships, and there's a lot of money out there for you to help fund your education. There's a lot of scholarship search engines that can help you in providing assistance through that process. So just apply when you can, do 1 or 2 a weekend, and it'll definitely help quite a bit when you get there.
Something that's probably very relevant for a lot of the seniors right now as we're leading up to May 1st is kind of the stress of making a decision. And I think what I always encourage students to do is when they're visiting, don't necessarily feel like you have to have like the sun shining, like skies parting, angels singing kind of vibe at any of your campuses to begin or towards the end of your process. A lot of times it's just that kind of quiet voice that says, I think I could be happy here, and just really kind of lean into that and the other resources that we've mentioned too.
I agree with everything everyone else has said, but my piece of advice would be just for students, you need to own the process. This is the first time in your life that you're going to be making like a really, really big decision. So we want you to own it. We don't want your parents calling us all the time and emailing us. You need to take ownership. You're the one applying to the school and spending your time at the university. The parents are not applying. So you students own it, and you got to kind of be an adult in this whole process.
This is such a great range of tips. I love it because it's the philosophy and ways to approach the process, but then also just some really good tips on the logistics, managing it so it doesn't get overwhelming. So I hope this also shows to everyone who's watching, whether live or the recording, that admissions counselors are approachable, welcoming. They love what they do. You can't ask them too many questions. Students, reach out with your questions for sure. And I hope this kind of gives you that sneak peek that they're not just away in an office reading applications, but that they're really here to build a relationship. And remember, this 6 minutes is just been a sneak peek. There's so much more to learn about all of these schools. So please, we hope you'll reach out. And this is just the start of the exploration process for you. All right, well, we have reached the end of our time together today. Thank you to all of our representatives for being here. You shared not just those facts and figures about the admissions process, but also your passion, the energy and excitement you have for your students' experiences in and out of the classroom on your campus. To everyone watching, I hope maybe one school drew you here, but maybe you're now thinking, I've got 6 awesome places I need to investigate and learn a lot more about, and we hope that you will do so. It can get overwhelming, of course, in the college search process, but it is so much fun. We hope this is a great way to kick off that adventure for you, or continue that if you've already gotten started. All right, now the logistics. When you close this window, there'll be a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We hope that you had fun during this session, and it is not too late to join us for the upcoming sessions. You can check the schedule and still sign up now. You can do that at the same website, at the website where you'll find the recordings though in a few days. So this session, like all sessions, are being recorded. So all of this is taking place at that same website you see on the screen, strivescan.com/NCCAA. Thanks again, everyone, for spending part of your day with us, and all the best of luck for you and your family this spring. Bye, everyone.